for everything to load up, because that's something that always seems to happen. But hello everybody, welcome to episode 5 of Talk Time. It's an absolute pleasure and honour to have the amazing DrIrishDragon with us today. DrIrishDragon is a variety streamer on Twitch, also the wonderful partner of Johnny Rebeck, which you all know from the very first episode. So, Dragon, before we get started here and answering all the for you to answer all these questions, would you like to let people hear a little bit about yourself?
I am Dragon or Chris. I like games. I like dragons. I like martial arts, and I stream sometimes.
You stream sometimes. I love that.
All I can say.
That's perfect. Well done. Well, I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. It is currently Thursday, and the weekend's literally just around the corner, so it's going to be absolutely awesome. And we're going to dive straight in with the first question, which is from your wonderful, amazing partner, Johnny Rebeck, and he asked, "What's your favourite streaming memory, and what is the funniest?"
Shit. Favorite streaming memory. It's a good one. Suppose when I was playing the forest with Johnny, I think it's the both the funniest and my favorite. I say, where I just turn around, there's like a bunch of like the cannibals from there just right behind me. I screamed my head off, and then I disconnected, and then Johnny had to run around the entire island on his own until I got back. And then when I was back, I was in the water, so I had to swim around the whole island, and Johnny was running the other side. It was absolute chaos. It was fun as hell.
It sounds like a lot of chaos, and you know, everybody that knows me from just my regular streams, obviously, we're all about chaos here. So
Yeah.
it's absolutely fair, and you've joined in plenty of that chaos, and I absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the next question, which is from myself. What was your first ever game you played that got you into gaming?
Oh, it's still one of my favorites, and it's literally the first game I've ever played on the PS1, which is Medieval. Such a good game.
Medieval. Oh, I love that game.
Yeah,
When I was a kid, I never actually owned it. I just owned the demo, and I used to just play the hell out of the demo. I don't know if you remember those days where, you know, you'd get your console, but you'd also get a demo disc with like one of the booklets that came with it, and I just sit there and just play with that all the time. It was great.
I played many demos. It's good times.
Right, some of the demos are absolutely amazing. Okay, next question. That were actually rather easy one compared to some of the ones that people do. The next one is from your wonderful partner. What is your favourite game or favourite from each genre, if that is too hard?
You know, I can never pick a favourite game. It's always one of those things. There's just so many that just comes to mind. And then there's also so many that don't come to mind because my brain just fucking shuts down. So, Spider-Man 2, the original one's up there, I'd say.
That is a good one.
And like,
that is a good one.
Favourite genre is like action, adventure, or RPG, I'd say. That's all that's coming to mind right now.
That's all that's coming to mind. That's totally fair. Right. Point to put a question. They didn't highlight it, but that's totally fine. I didn't have my timed message that comes up to let people know that they can actually do that through the highlight my message bit. But we'll read this one out just so I don't forget that it's there. It's okay, Poet. It's not your fault. It was my fault because I didn't have my thing. Thank you for that, Johnny. So Poet asks, if you could make your own dream game come true, what would it look like? And then what would you absolutely have to have in there?
A game room. Well, the dream would be like a whole ass fucking TARDIS console right behind me and stuff. And like it just lights up and change lights and everything. Like that would be the dream. It would be impossible to do, but that would be absolutely fantastic. A whole ass TARDIS right behind me would be sick. That's what I'd have anyway. What would you have?
What would I have? Ooh, that's difficult. Because do you know what it
11.
is? Believe it or not, what I've got now is probably my perfect dream setup. You know, I've got a PC that can play almost most games. I've got 2 monitors where I can do the stuff that I need to do on it. I've got my lighting. I've got my Stream Deck. You know, I've got my camera, my new mic. This mic, I'm absolutely loving this mic, by the way. If you can't tell, we have a new mic, and it doesn't bloody echo, so I'm happy.
Yeah, it sounds good. As well.
So that's good. Hello, Corby. I hope you're well.
Hello, Carby.
Yeah. So pretty much, I've got my perfect setup. You know, I've also got my capture card and stuff that I don't use all that often, but I do use it when I do use it. You know, it's one of those things.
Having a capture card is so handy.
But yeah, it is really good. It is really good, and you know, I was at, you know, I got God damn, my brain's just gone completely dead. I got Johnny a Stream Deck for his birthday, and obviously, you know, it's going to be something you're going to be able to use as well. You know, it's not, you know, just going to be used by Johnny, and you know, you're going to have that availability to be able to do things that you wasn't able to do before, and it's such a great tool. You know, which
Super
obviously
sweet.
there is a question of that sort of thing later. Okay. Brain cells. Okay, this is what we're on. Okay, I had to think what we're on for a second. Okay, so the next question, which is from Johnny again. What is your favourite game or favourite from each? Yeah, we asked that one. What did we? Brain's not braining, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so last question before Poet's one.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So the next one then is from myself. If you could play one game for the first time again and experience it all over again, what game would that be and why?
That's a hard question, jeez. Might as well say it just now anyway. One of the Batman games, I'd say, because those are always a great journey.
That's totally fair. You are currently going through the Batman games.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen you sat playing on them. You know, when I'm like wide awake at 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and you know, it's just there saying that you're playing this. I'm just like, how's the game going? Yeah, I could say it for the first time was amazing. Yeah, I totally get that. I still need to finish them off, to be fair, but I'll get around to it when I get around to it. Okay, next question is also from myself. If there was one game... Oh, no, wait. What? Oh, okay. My phone decided to glitch out. That's the same question as the previous question, so we're just going to ignore that one. We're going to move on to the ones from your Discord. There it is. So there's actually been quite a lot. So let's have a look here. So the first one from your channel is from Johnny again. What game have you put the most hours into?
It's a hard one. Probably one of the UFC games, honestly. Probably like UFC Undisputed 3. I play that like every day after school and stuff. Or like, I put a lot of hours into Fortnite as well when it was first out. I was playing it like every single day as well.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Between one of those anyway. I love some of the UFC games, and
yeah,
Fortnite was alright for a little bit at least.
No, sometimes like there is some good, you know, some good sports games out there that people get into. Like I enjoy a bit of golf, a bit of PGA Tour, and stuff like that. You know, so I'll have a gaming session with Corby that's in chat, and we'll play golf with some other people. It's a fun time. You know, until I get annoyed and uninstall the game because my ball didn't go the way I wanted it to.
I feel that.
You know, I've done that plenty of time.
Like the whole thing with playing those kind of games.
Right, it is what it is, I guess. Okay, next question from Johnny.
Then you want to uninstall it, and then months later you want to play it again.
Right. Never happened. Okay, next one from Johnny. What's a console you didn't have but wish you did?
Hmm.
That's another good question.
That's a good question. Probably one of the older ones, like Dreamcaster or something. Because like I started with PS1, and like, and then I went to PS2 and so on and so forth. Like, probably one of the older retro consoles, just to experience what that would be like. Because I've no experience. I heard loads of people talking about, but that was before my time, so that would be a cool thing to experience.
Yeah, I mean, my dad used to own a Dreamcast until I stole it again. I've done that with a lot of his consoles. Like, he used to get consoles and I'd just steal them. I'd be like, no, this is mine now. I did it with his PC. I did it with his Dreamcast. The PS1 were mine. The Nintendo... Sorry, not the Nintendo. The Game Boy, and then the Game Boy Advance, and the Game Boy Advance SP were all mine. So, you know, like, I've gone through a few consoles in my life. I really, really haven't. It's kind of crazy. Okay, before we get to this next question on the phone, Johnny's asked the question in chat. Have you ever had a game character crush, and who?
I don't know if I have. I mean, maybe Kratos, when I first played that, I suppose.
The 2018 one, the one that's
No, the original one.
Oh, the original Kratos. Okay. Pretty cool.
Yeah, old school angry Kratos.
Old school angry Kratos. I mean, sometimes you just need that little bit of anger in your life. It's fine.
True that.
Okay, next one from Johnny, which is, what's your favourite zombies map?
Oh, fuck.
Zeus.
There's so much. Zeus. Doris is pretty good. Fuck, there's one. Varukt or something, I think it's called. It's like an old, like, hospital. It's like tiny. I played that for donkeys.
I
I think that's like one of the
couldn't
scariest
say
maps.
not off the top of my head, at least. Anyways, you know, it's one of those.
Yeah,
things.
it's one of the scariest maps, and I liked it a lot. I'd say that's probably one of my favorites.
That's totally fair. Okay, next question, which is from Cursol, which you all know Cursol. If you could forget one game you had ever played to replay it again, which one would it be? A bit similar to my previous question, but slightly different instead.
Maybe the Justice League game. That'd be a cool one to replay again, and for the first time. Because that game is so good. Yeah, the PS2 one.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
It's amazing.
For me, if it were like an older game, probably Metal Gear Solid. You know, because obviously, like that was one of my very first games I ever played, and you know, re-experiencing that over again, it'd be great. It really would be.
Hell yeah.
Okay, my next question is going to be a difficult one. If you had all the tools and knowledge to create a game, what kind of game would you make and why?
Oh, hey,
Mads. Let me quickly. Apparently, I disabled. Okay, I forgot to run ads when we first started. I'm sorry. Could I get a shout out for Mads, please? Absolutely be amazing. I also forgot to shout out Dragon because I'm an umpty. Which we'll do that after this part. But yeah, guys, if you're not following Mads, please make sure to go give them a follow. They was playing Fable Anniversary on their Fable Thursdays, and they are absolutely amazing and an absolute pleasure to be around and an absolute fun time to go and watch them. And yes, guys, if you haven't gone and followed Dragon yet, please make sure to go do that. Their information is right there at the bottom of the chat. and they was off playing Path of Titans with me when I last streamed. But yeah, hope you're doing well. Hope Fable went well, Mads.
Yeah,
and
Mads
remember,
is a whole
guys,
ass mood.
I remember with the pin message, if you want to ask any questions in chat whilst we're live, you can highlight a message and send the questions, gaming or streaming related. So it's absolute fun. Okay, so from my question, if you had the tools and knowledge to create a game, what kind of game would you make and why?
Alright, it's between two games. So first one is like I won't be able to choose between them because I'm bad at choosing stuff. But first one I'd say would be like a whole open universe like Doctor Who game. You can make your own decisions and you can be the Doctor, you can be a companion, and like you can go through your own stories your own way. That'd be sick as hell. Like travel the universe. Or a Star Trek game like Mass Effect, which I don't know why that hasn't happened yet. I'd make either one of those. It would be, I'd put so much into it, and it would be my life for years if I was able to do that. So that would be
yeah,
either one of those.
That's totally understandable. Like, I mean, like especially Doctor Who. Like, there's not very many games out there for Doctor Who.
Yeah, there really isn't.
The closest thing you can get is the one with oh god, I can't remember her bloody name. The female Doctor, I can't remember her name. Jodie Whittaker, that's it.
Yeah, Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah, and it's a VR experience, and it is a cool VR experience because you have sat and watched, all of that stuff.
They made that a flat screen one as well, so you can play it off VR as well.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. Lonely Assassins was sick.
Yeah, Lonely Assassins was one you're basically like trying to figure out what happened to one of your friends, and like you have this phone and you have to figure out what's going on and everything. It's like it's nice. It's a fun little game. Cool. But it's not in like an open universe Doctor Who game, which would be my dream to have.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Like having like one where you can, like something sort of set like how they did. Obviously not the same sort of game mechanics, but like how they did with Star Wars Outlaws, where you've got like a few different worlds to go through. You can go sort of like travel around. That'd be perfect. Something like that. If you, I can have like some like really big missions that would make sense for the Doctor to go through.
And just imagine how cool it'd be to like land on a planet in like the future or something, then go back in time and see it be completely different and stuff. That'd be bad.
Like that sort of stuff would be really cool. And then and things like they could even do that, but they could also make it episodic as well. So like later down the line, they can add new episodes and create a completely different world. They'd have a completely different story going on. Like Chrono Trigger.
I haven't seen much of that. I don't know.
I ain't either, so I couldn't say. I'm gonna get an earful from Corby later. I just know it. Like, you should know about this. I've talked about this all the time. Like, sorry. Okay, next question, which is from Alex Delarian. Do you like jazz?
Yes.
Yes.
Especially with bees.
Oh, that hurt my throat then when I did that. Anyways, so obviously it does have a proper gaming question here. I just thought I'd add that a little bit because it was kind of funny. Also, what is the first game you ever played / first game you can coherently remember playing?
Medieval
Again. Totally fair. That's absolutely fair.
I never finished it when I was younger because I never owned it. I went to a friend's house and was playing on their PS1.
I've done that before. Sort of stole somebody else's console and be like, nope, this is mine now until I finish this game.
Like that.
Okay, next question, which is from Dustin Orbit. one of our wonderful friends here on Twitch. Are you a run through the rain or lay in an open meadow type of person? And if so, which would you prefer out of the two? And we'll class it as a gaming question because it's Orbit. And I'm pretty sure I'd love to know.
Run through the rain. I'm always like head on into shit. Johnny will know this, especially in games as well. I'm like, fuck stealth, run through that shit. Break everything, go through it now. I don't have the patience.
No, I totally get that one. I get that one. Like, obviously, the amount of stealth games I've played, like the Assassin's Creed, Ghost of Yotei / Tsushima, I just go in guns blazing me. I don't care. It's like, are you supposed to be silent? Nope. Just gonna go kill everything. Because why the hell not? That is what a video game is for, so why not? Oh, goodness. I totally get that one. Okay, before we get to the next question in chat in the Discord, Johnny asked, what was the first game you bought yourself?
It was shit, what was it actually? I think it was Red Dead Redemption. I think I bought it with birthday money. Like I think I got the edition with like Undead Nightmare, which I paid more than the actual game. So yeah, it was a good purchase.
Oh, definitely.
The Undead Nightmare part was so fucking cool.
Oh, definitely. I can't remember what my first purchase ever was. Like I've got 400 plus games on PlayStation. I've got 400 plus games on Xbox. I've got like maybe 20 or so on Steam. I've got at least 20 or so on Switch. I don't even know what game. What was my first purchase? Like, it's been so long ago. You know, and thousands of games later. You know, it's kind of crazy. Okay, the next question. It's okay. We're old. We can't remember anymore. I can't believe I turned 36 this year. You know. Okay, next question, which is from Mads, our amazing Matt, who just rated us. If you could only play one game for the next year, which game are you choosing?
Oh my fuck. God damn, that's a hard one.
Thank you. I completely forgot to brush my hair when I started, but it's fine.
Thank you all.
So thank
Johnny
you.
put it up on the bone right before us.
You can't talk, Carver. I know your age, and I'm not going to say it out loud, but I know your age.
It'd have to be one that's long. Now you can play in many different ways. I suppose one I've never finished, Skyrim, I suppose. There's a lot you could do in that.
Oh, there is a lot.
And I never finished it, so I say Skyrim because
I beat the game, but I never did much exploring in Skyrim. Oh yeah, Skyrim could eat up a lot of time. Yeah, plus mods. You know.
Yeah, I take Skyrim.
You know, I totally get that one. I really do. Like for me, do you know what game I'd go for if it were only for a year, for an entire year? Yeah, it'd be between two. It'd be between Palia, because I put so many hours into that already. I'd say there's 3. Final Fantasy 14, because you know I've already put like 4,000 hours into that game as it is. Or it'd be No Man's Sky, just because of how vast it is. And then on top of that, once you've got through this universe the first time, you can go through it a second time anyways, and a third time, and so on and so forth. You know.
So play that one. It's a cool game.
And then another question from Mads. What is your favourite dinosaur?
Ooh. It's either a Utah Raptor or Dino-Kyrus. I love me some like raptors, like bigger raptors. Like not
a Velociraptor.
Not a Velociraptor because they're like a turkey. Not like the Jurassic Park movies where they made them look like the big Utah Raptors and stuff.
No, that's fair.
I love me some raptors. They're sick.
You love you some raptors. Okay, next question from another amazing person, Small Poet. If you were stranded on an island with the choice of only 2 games to play for the rest of your life, which would you choose?
Oh, jeez.
Not a pack of ankle biters.
I mean, one I could play over and over is Resident Evil 4. I could play the shit out of that over and over.
That is a good game choice. And I recently beat Resident Evil 9 Requiem. And honestly, I'm going to say this out loud without spoilers, right? Once you play that game, you will most likely change your mind on Resident Evil 4. In one of the games. Let's just say that much.
It's retroactively go back. Leon was also one of my crushes. I forgot about it, and I am now ashamed.
Okay, so what's your second game then?
Second game? I don't know. What would it be? Oh, I know. Def Jam Fight for New York. I could play that 1,000 times over.
That's a good game. That's a good choice.
That shit would be fun.
Ooh, I think I already know what this answer is going to be because I think you've already mentioned it. But Johnny asks on the next question, "What's your favourite fighting game?"
If you're talking like an arcadey fighting one, probably like Tekken 5 or something. But if you're talking like MMA, definitely UFC Undisputed 3, no doubt. I mostly like Tekken because I can be martial law, and he's basically Bruce Lee. So I used to sidekick the shit out of people in that.
Cars. I get that one. And then the next question from Johnny: If you had to live trapped in a video game, which game would it be? Also, hello Mira, hope you're doing well. This is our talk time show that we do quite regularly now, every few months. We've got a special guest here, Dragon, and did he? I didn't see that. It didn't highlight, so I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Okay, so we'll answer that one in a minute. Could I also get a shout out for Mira, please? Mira is a very good friend of mine from Final Fantasy, and I've known him for quite a while, and he does stream quite a lot of games. I've actually been recently watching him play Resident Evil 9, and he does also play a bit of Overwatch, so I'd definitely go check him out. He's an absolutely awesome guy. But yeah, so let's read this one from Carwin before we get on to this next question from Johnny. So Carby asks, video game with the best music, or in brackets, or your favourite music game soundtrack?
Probably Fallout 3. That was great music in it. And you can just listen to the radio and have it on the whole time when you're playing the game, which is fantastic. And it's one of those that just like stick in your head, and you hear the music somewhere else, then you just want to play the game. So probably that.
No, Johnny, we're gonna come back to that one. I just wanted to make sure that I got the question before I lost it. That's all. But no, that's actually good for me, because there's like so many good games with such good music. Like, obviously, I've recently just gone through Stellar Blade, and I'll probably say that like the music in Stellar Blade is really good. Like some of the, because like it's got this like really nice, chill, calming music as you just wander in the world, and then when you get into fights and stuff, it amps up and it has this really nice hyperactive music, and it's really well put together. So if you've never played Stellar Blade, I would definitely highly recommend it. If you like Souls types games, anyways.
Not a fan of Souls types games.
Fair enough. I mean, it does have a story mode difficulty, so you don't have to be like completely difficult, but definitely a game that I would recommend if you like a little bit of a challenge. Don't have to be too difficult, but it can be a little bit of a challenge. Okay, back to Johnny's question. If you had to live trapped in a video game, which game would it be?
I'd want it to be something that I could probably get powers in. And if it's like a world where people just randomly get fucking powers, like a Marvel thing or something, or like a DC thing. You know what? Prototype. Live in the prototype world and get that shit. Just go around fucking everything up.
Totally fair. I get that one. See, for me, easily it'd be the Infamous games. One of the Infamous games.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Because, I mean, like, just summoning thunder out of nowhere. For no reason, just like, bang. Oh, sorry, bye. it just makes sense. Speaking of Resident Evil, that way. Hope they're in the clips. Okay, the next question is from Small Poet. In an apocalypse situation, which character would you choose to be your sidekick?
Character? Apocalypse. I mean, the person who's in the clip right there. Leon. Who the fuck wouldn't want to have Leon as their sidekick?
Right. Right. You wouldn't want to have Leon
Get
as a
through
sidekick.
some shit, like, goddamn.
See, for me, it's very varied because I've played a lot of like games over the years. So like, there's a few people that I could say, like obviously, you choose Leon. Leon is a really, really good character, especially in this, But also, it depends on like his strengths and weaknesses because it depends on what type of apocalypse. Poe hasn't said what type of apocalypse it is. They just said it's an apocalypse. So, because of that, I would not know who to pick because I don't know what type of apocalypse we're facing. If it was a zombie apocalypse, then yes, I would say Leon, easily. No questions asked. If it was, like something like Fallout, where, the world's just been completely taken out, then I want to look for a character that sort of like, suits that sort of world.
I think Leon suits most worlds with the shit he's gone through.
You're not wrong. Okay, let's have a look here. We've got two more questions left. So if anybody would like to get some questions in, they can do that by highlighting a message and asking the questions. So we're very close to the end here. I just want to double check that I haven't missed anything, which I don't think I have, which is good. Okay, so the next question is from Planet. They say they're not sure if it counts, but I reassured them that it did. How did you get the name Dragon?
Well, I like dragons. But my gamer tag wasn't Dragon. I actually got this dragon tattoo before I made the dragon name. So basically, I like dragons. I like martial arts. Bruce the Dragon Lee. That's
and you're Irish, hence why the whole
the Irish Dragon. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, and I do know this because I've said it wrong once or twice in my life. Once I first met you, everyone called you DrIrish.
Yeah,
DrIrish. They don't realise it's a Dr. Irish. So for anybody that does read that and they think it's DrIrish, it's not. It's Dr. Irish Dragon.
Yeah.
So I'm just letting people know that. So then when they read the name and like, how is that pronounced? The Merland, it's good. Okay, next question, which is from Johnny. Yeah, it happens. It happens, Mads. Don't worry about it. So, question from Johnny in chat. What's a retro game you haven't played but want to?
Probably one of the older Sonic ones, I'd say. Because they look like it'd be fun, but also a challenge.
I played those. They are fun and they are a challenge and sometimes can be painful.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next question from Johnny in chat. Favourite game to play in an arcade? That is a good question.
What's that game called again? Time Splitters?
I love that game. I love that game.
Yeah, that's
one where you had to use gun and you had to put foot on pedal to duck in and out of cover. That were a great.
There we go. Yeah, that's
Time Crisis is a good one. I thought Time Crisis was the dinosaur one.
No, that was Dino Crisis.
That's it. That's the one. I mean, I love that game as well. All great games. All great retro games.
Yeah, it's fun as hell.
Ooh, I've got another one from Mads. Before we finish this final one in Discord. If you could recommend a game you'd think more people should play, what would you suggest?
You know, one that's not out long, but it's an amazing play. Abiotic Factor. I think everyone needs to play that. It was my game of the year last year. It was so good.
Yeah, I've been meaning to download that and play that, but my PlayStation Plus ran out, so I haven't been able to do that yet. But that is a good option.
Absolutely.
For me, and Mads, Johnny, and Small Point know about this one because they played it with me, and it is an absolutely fun and chaotic game, which is Frog Squad, which is one game that is going to be an instant buy when it comes out. Whenever it comes out, I don't know when, but
yeah, that was a good watch. That shit was hilarious.
It was like just. Honestly, by the time we'd finished that stream, my jaw were hurting from laughter. It really was. I just couldn't get too much. Had me crying, laughing. I know that feeling, Mads. I really do. It was just so chaotic and funny. Like my brain just couldn't like process what was going on in the game anymore. It was so fun. So yeah, well, as soon as that game comes out, instant buy, gifting it to Johnny, gifting it to Mads, gifting it to Sport Poet, gifting it to you, you know, all that stuff. You know how it goes. You know. Another question from Johnny. You started PNG tubing. Do you think you want to get a VTuber someday? And what do you have planned for PNG tubing?
I think I'm fine with the just PNG tubing. Just more faces, more emotions and stuff. Just funny, stupid stuff. I think
the PNG is hella cute. Even I look at him like it's adorable.
Yeah, Johnny made it super cute.
It really did. It really, yeah. So for anybody that's watching Dragon stream and they see the PNG tuber, just know it was his amazing her amazing partner. I keep doing that. My brain just gets, switches all the time because I'm thinking about John and I'm thinking about you. And my brain just switches them over and it's like, wait, wrong way, switch it round.
Oh.
But yeah, Johnny is Dragon's amazing partner, and and Johnny was the one that made that. He made the emote that you see in chat there. He's made a couple of my emotes, and I'm still waiting for some others that I know that he's doing. But I'm being patient, and it's very hard to be patient when you know what the capabilities are, and also the one that the Mads one there. Like honestly, he's got so much talent, and it's great. I love it. So, okay. The final Discord question. So if anyone wants to get any other questions in after this one, you're more than welcome to. How long? Goodness.
Hey, dog.
41 minutes. So we can still definitely go for a bit longer if you like. What is your favourite piece of streaming tech / software, and what would you add to your setup if money was no object? And that's a really good one from Mads. I like that one. Hi, Duck.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I mean, the capture card opens up a lot of possibilities, I suppose.
You're definitely not wrong.
Just the PC itself, with the new PC we got, plays so much more.
Of course.
And brings so much higher quality. But also, the thing I haven't messed with yet is the Stream Deck. So
I know. You just sat there looking at it like it's like it's staring at me in the face. I can't do nothing with it because I haven't got it set up.
It's for tunnel vision.
Right. I get that.
So much stupid stuff on that.
I get that. Yeah, because then and I absolutely love this one. I love that I've done these like the. I love that. I absolutely love that. And then we've got this one, guys.
I like that boulder. That is a nice boulder.
That is a nice boulder. I love those. I know, that's a great one, that one. I love that one. Okay, so that's all the ones in chat done. In
Did I miss
Discord.
another part of that question, actually? What was the last part? of that?
So it was, what is your favourite piece of streaming tech / software? And what would you add to your setup if money was no object?
Oh, okay, that's the part I missed. Second PC, I suppose. So me and Johnny can play Steam games and stuff together. That's about.
See, but if you had two PCs, what you need is you probably need 3 PCs. So you could 3 PCs, 2 capture cards, 2 mics, 2 cameras. You know, you'd have to have all this stuff, so you could both stream together at the same time with no issues and all that fun stuff. Do you know what I mean? It'd be fun. It would be fun.
Get a whole wall of PCs.
Right. Well, actually, no, you wouldn't need 2 capture cards if you're streaming off a PC, would you? Because you could just stream directly off of your own PCs. Now we just capture our own games separate on. Yeah, I was just thinking, I'm like, wait a second, no, why is my brain being braining and just like thinking of all this extra stuff that you need? The only extra stuff you need is an extra camera and an extra mic. So that's literally all you'd need. Because obviously, you know, if you're both streaming separately, you just, you know, stream separately and just do a collab stream. Oh, 9,000 PCs! I imagine your room just be full of 9,000 PCs. Oh bloody hell! You could create an entire server. Oh goodness! But yeah, that's awesome. Okay, question from Johnny in chat: how many games have you platinumed? What makes you want to be a completionist / 100% a game?
I haven't platinumed that much. I platinumed more on the PS3 than I have on the PS5. That's for sure.
That's fair.
And I changed account, so I think I had like 10 games platinum on PS3. I only have like 3 or 4 platinumed on a PS5. I think it's a Tsushima, Spider-Man, the 2 of the Spider-Man games. I don't think I platinumed Miles Morales yet.
I ain't platinumed Miles Morales yet. I can't speak. Miles Morales yet, and I've platinum 1 and 2.
Hell yeah.
So I get that one.
What makes me want to platinum? Just if I'm vibing with the game, I suppose, and if it's not like some stupid thing where you have to like fucking lick a monster's taint, do a backflip, jump through a window, break your legs, run back up the street or some shit like that for some trophies.
I get that one. Like I've obviously, as you know, I've got 14 platinums now.
Yeah.
And you know where it is, right? Up until I got to the PS5, I never bothered with platinums, and even today I still don't really bother with them. I only platinum a game if I'm really enjoying it and I just want to continue playing it. And the reason for that is because I find that whenever I platinum a game, I never want to return to it because I've literally done everything that there is available to that game. You know?
True.
So if I don't platinum it, it gives me a reason to return to the game and be like, okay, well, you know, I can replay through this game and enjoy it again because I haven't platinumed it. So I know that there's things that I can possibly find in my next playthrough. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So like for me, platinum games, it's not so much about the enjoyment of platinum a game. It's just more the fact of that it's a game that I've enjoyed that much that I just wanted to keep playing it. You know? And since I'm doing that, I might as well, you know, do everything that it's got to offer. So I can say, look, well, you know, this game has got all this stuff in it and it's absolutely fantastic. Like with me recently platinum Requiem. It's a fantastic game. Obviously no spoilers because, you know, I know you're wanting to play that and stuff. It's a game that you just sink yourself into and you just really enjoy it. And, you know, like for me, you know, even though I've 100%ed it, I'd be more than happy to replay through it on Halloween or stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Because it's one of those games that's just fun to play.
I find that with many Resident Evil games. Even if I've like done everything in it, I just want to play it again. One of those types of games.
It is, and it's absolutely fair. And oh my god, how much damage have you got on that truck there? God damn it.
All of it.
It is. It really is good for it. There's a lot of good games out there that are really good for replayability. I mean, like I platinum Destiny 2. You know, I've got the platinum for that game, which you'd think is impossible with it being it pretty much being an MMO. But yeah, I still find myself, even though sometimes I absolutely hate it because of the shit that they do, I still enjoy going back to it and playing it because it's just one of those games I enjoy playing. Because they bring out DLCs and it's like, ooh, what's this shiny new thing? So now you've got lightsabers and frigging guns that make the Star Wars noises and stuff, and it's like, okay. It is what it is. But
when they showed me some of the lightsabers that look cool.
And it is what it is. Okay, question from Johnny before I forget, and my brain just completely just melts down like it normally does. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a truck driver do you think you are?
If you mean by good, as in good at causing damage, 69, 100% 60. You mean not killing everyone on the road, -10. I am a danger to everyone around me when I am driving a truck.
Yeah, I know this firsthand, by the way. For me, I'd probably say, I don't know, Johnny. Good question. This is actually a good time to question you on this one. What would you rate me as for that question? Simply because you felt the wrath of my trucking on a personal level.
I could hear ferociously typing back there.
Just wait for Johnny to answer that one. Oh, that's funny. That is really funny though. I think Cakes has a potential to be like an 8 out of 10, but then he goes Zoom. I do go Zoom.
Yeah.
And doesn't pay. Yeah, that's what it is with me. Like literally, like my brain will just completely just like be like, ooh, shiny, and then that's it. I'm in the other side of the fence, or upside down, or on my side. Everyone's like, what happened? But that's also another fun game. Mads, I'm gonna have to get you that game one day, just so you can also join, and we can all just sit there and have a laugh. Especially when it comes to PlayStation, and Dragon can join me and Johnny and you and everybody else all at the same time.
I can't wait for that.
That'll be an absolutely fantastic time. Okay, a question from Mads here. So if you already said and I missed it, what game or games are you looking forward to releasing? Well, I can tell you right now that nobody's asked that question yet, so you're the first time asking that question, so perfectly good timing.
Good question. Well, one coming out next month actually, Directive 8020, which is part of the Dark Pictures thing, with like made by the Until Dawn people and stuff. I cannot wait for that. Space horror with all their story stuff is going to be badass.
Yeah, I quite like the anthology games. They're all really good. All right.
They're really fun.
My chair keeps sort of sinking down as we're talking, and you just see me slowly going down. So I just have to sort of adjust my seat again every so often.
You see your eyes above the desk.
Yeah, you just see it just above the line of my camera border.
There's one that just came out recently that looks cool as well. Mouse PI. I've been looking at for donkeys.
Nah, I totally get that one, Mads.
Clockwork Revolution, I think it's called. Looks sick. It's like a steampunk game. It's coming out sometime. Yeah, I think that's all I can think of.
There's a couple
for
for myself as well. Obviously, there's obviously Frog Squad for everybody, because that's an absolutely fun. That's going to be a fun game when it's full release. There's Car Mechanics Simulator 2026. There's two reasons why I'm looking forward to that. One, because it's going to be like, it's going to be the one map and no loading screens. considering that from all the way from the very first one, which I believe was 2015, you know, you'd literally walk into the garage and you'd have to go into a loading screen to do that, and so on and so forth. So this one's going to be fully open world, and something that's completely brand new is going to be adding multiplayer to it, which is going to totally change the game in some sort of way that I'm excited to see how that's going to work. I did play the demo of not last week, the week before. Really cool. There's too many games for me to remember. One to pick that's coming out, but definitely looking forward to the new Fable. Yeah, the new Fable. I'm excited to sit and watch you on Fable Thursdays. That'll be fun to do. You know, if I'm not knee deep in the game myself.
I've only played like a tiny bit of Fable 3, so I need to play through those before the new one comes out.
I beat Fable 1, 2 and 3. So totally understandable. They're all good games, you know. Like some better than others, but they're all still good games. You know, but that's how it is with like sequels and stuff. Like sometimes you'll get a good starter game, and then later on you'll get a really bad sequel. And then later on you'll get a really good third game, or it might be just around where the second game's good, but then the third game's bad. And that's been a trope in like gaming and stuff for God knows how long. You know, it's not just games, it's movies as well. Controller or mouse and keyboard? Ooh, that is a good question. Which one do you prefer, controller or mouse and keyboard?
Controller, definitely. I think I can play games on mouse and keyboard, but it's like I prefer controller. I think I'm better on controller by a mile. What about you?
I'd probably say that I'm very ambidextrous. I think I'm using that term right. Because I can move from a PS5 controller to an Xbox controller to a Switch controller and to the mouse and keyboard without even like blinking an eye, knowing exactly where all my fingers are going to be placed and what buttons I'm pressing and stuff. Like, I probably say that obviously the only thing that I found difficult was whenever I was playing PlayStation, I switched over to my Switch, because obviously, you know, it's different buttons for things on the Switch, and that's probably the only thing that my brain just can't comprehend straight away. But once I get used to it, I can like remember everything off by heart. Superpowers, I'm always fucked up after using the Switch. Yeah, I understand that. Your brain sort of thinks like your jump buttons, you know, a totally different button to what the actual jump button is on the PlayStation controller.
It has to be different.
Yeah, they always have to be like, nope, screw you. You're going to get confused when you go pick up a new controller now. You know? Because it takes you a second for your brain to realise that you're on a Switch controller. So when you've been playing on like the PlayStation or the Xbox for a while, then you move to a Switch controller, you try to press the jump button and it's not working because it's the opposite button. And then from there, you'll be on Switch for a bit, and then you'll switch back over to a PlayStation controller. And because your brain's gotten used to where the Switch buttons are, you'll try pressing those buttons on the PlayStation controller, and then you're like, wait, why is this not working now? And you're like, oh wait.
And you just feel like having a stroke.
Yeah. And it's totally understandable. Like how that stuff is. All right, I've got a question for you, Dragon. And people in chat can also answer this question as well if they like. It's just gone. It's just fucking gone. I had it there. So I'm like, right, okay, I've got a question for it. And then as soon as I started saying it, just went, nope, screw you.
It'd be like that.
Sorry, yep. Don't worry, I felt it fly out, it's fine. Like, I had the question right there, and then as soon as I had the question, it just was like, nope, we're not going to say that. It's like, okay then. You know, I guess it was never meant to be. No, my luck, right? We'll finish streaming, and then it'll come back to me. I'm like, that's what that question was. Actually, let me actually quickly read through some of these here, and then you watch. I'll read some of it, and then so of course we've had like the island one, like ones where you've like stuck on an island and stuff. I think we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, that's what it's gonna be. Okay. If you could choose one game world to live in, which game world would it be? And it can be any game world you want. We've had a similar question, but like, you know, like I think like this one's. And like I said, everybody in chat can also answer this question as well if they like.
Probably like maybe Elder Scrolls, just all the sword fighting and magic and shit. I'd learn so much stupid magic, and also I just be sword fighting everyone just because I could. I think I'd do that, to be honest.
That's fair. For me, it'd probably be Palia, simply because I could just sit, relax, chill, and just make shit tons of money for no reason. And just, you know, just have everything. The only downfall with Palia is it doesn't have any consoles or anything in the games yet, you know, like actual playable consoles. So, it, like, you know, I need something like that to keep my mind occupied.
But
Argonians and Khajiits. Yeah. I totally get that one. That one. So, is there any more questions that anybody would like to do, like to ask before we end here? Just want to ask just in case anybody just wants to get any last questions in, and then whatever comes will be the final question. So, good luck.
don't ask me to solve a maths problem. I'll fight you.
Thank you for reminding me. See, because I've got that set to a button, I keep forgetting to press it. See?
Thank you.
So thank you for that. I appreciate that. But yeah, anybody want to say anything? I'll give you a few minutes. Just type it out because I know what it's like with the delay and stuff. Okay, what's the square root of 64? Is it 64? Yeah.
Your nan's couch.
Question? What? When? Okay. Are you asking that for Dragon or for both of us? That's a good question. Well, I
don't know.
Both. Okay. So you don't know when you're next streaming?
Maybe Sunday. I haven't decided yet.
Ooh, Sunday stream.
It'll be Arkham Asylum though, Batman. So yeah.
Okay, so for me, providing that I'm feeling better, because I've had a bit of a sore throat this week. Providing that I'm feeling better, I should be back Wednesday, maybe Tuesday, because I might want to also be able to get this thing finished because I haven't finished it yet, and it's still kind of a bit bare bones, and I've still got to do the engine, and I've still got to do everything else, and it's still a mess on my desk right now. So, you know, maybe possibly I'll get back to building my truck, because that definitely needs doing, because I want to get that finished, and then once I've got that finished, I can start going back to normal gaming and start finding stuff to play, because, you know, I may or may not continue my Tomb Raider playthrough. I might go for something different. And if I do go for something different, I don't quite know what I want to go with yet, so we'll get there when we get there. You know, looks at my washi tape pens, 3-whip knitting projects, and nods and understanding. Yeah.
I feel that.
Sorry, if I had Johnny and Dragon living here, it'd be perfect. You know why? Because I'd get this finished sooner rather than later, because they keep me ass, be like, no, get the fuck in that stream now and get that finished.
Put you on a court with it.
Right, like, get your fucking ass onto that stream and get that finished now. I can do that from a distance. Oh god, no! I forgot about that. Oh, lol, it's funny. But yeah, if you want me to start harassing you, I can do, lol. I mean, I'll leave that one up to you. You know, I'll let you decide if you want to do that. I'll be like, build rock. See, the thing is, right, I'm very strange. Like, I'm a very light sleeper, but I'm also a very deep sleeper. As in, like, literally anybody can make a noise around me and I'll wake up to it. But if my phone goes off, I don't hear it at all. You know, and I leave my phone on loud 9 times out of 10 as well. So, you know, the only time I really turn it off is when I'm streaming. I don't turn it off; I just put it on silent when I remember to turn it on silent. And when I'm asleep, I don't even hear it. It's weird.
Someone blinks too loud. That's too rude. You could just think about Johnny and he'd wake.
You know, but yeah. I mean, I
You could
definitely wouldn't mind the
yeah.
push. It'd be like, right, get your ass out of bed. But like, it's really difficult to wake me up when it comes to my phone. Like, I'm very weird in that aspect. I really am. Okay, guys. Well, I just want to say thank you all so much for being here today. Another absolute pleasure as always. Thank you, Dragon, for joining us here today. We are all
Thank you
weird.
for having me.
Of course. And is there anything you'd like to say to anybody before we leave, or?
Much love. Don't lose your toes. That's something that came to my head, and you're going to have to listen to it.
That's totally fair. But yeah, thank you all so much, guys. We're going to go find somebody to raid. I don't know who we're going to go raid, but we're going to go find somebody to raid. Because I can't just leave you all hanging there after this thing. So we're going to go find somebody to raid. We're going to go to follow and see who's streaming. If anybody just have any suggestions, that would also be absolutely awesome. Because I'm not sure who there is on and what people are up to. Sorry, I'm just looking at the thing. Do you know something? I want to just bring that over here. Just going to cover my stream stuff. Oh, Iggy's on. What is Iggy doing today?
Ocarina of Time.
Oh, that is a good one. That is a good one, especially after all the stuff that we talked about. That's a game that I'm surprised never popped up. You know.
More things I need to play is the old Zelda ones as well.
No, let's come back out of that one. Okay, I think we'll go for Iggy. I think we will go for E. So, I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a car alarm going off outside.
Bruh.
Raid. Good old Iggy. We love Iggy.
Much loves, everyone.
It'd be nice if it let me actually copy it rather than it being, putting that pin right there. Do I really have to fight with it? I guess I really have to fight with it. Go to channel. We can do it that way. Can fight with my stuff that way. That always works. That works. There we go. Now hopefully I got it right.
You know.
All right. There we go, guys. We got it. Guys, if you are a subscriber, you can use these emotes to raid. And if you are a follower, you can use these. And we're going to go send you all over to Iggy. And now I'm going to have to fight with my PC again because, Twitch is Twitch and it likes to be awkward.
Gotta love it.
Right. And I just want to say
Much
thank
love,
you all
everyone.
so much for being here. I absolutely love you all to bits. And our next guest I am going to be chatting to later so we can figure out if they want to be on the show, which most likely will, which is going to be our absolutely awesome Maz Milner. And we are going to try and see when we can do that. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm better for next week and we can, continue on with our truck model build, because that'd be absolutely awesome. So I just want to say thank you all so much, and thank you, Dragon, for being here today. It's been an absolute pleasure as always.
What's fun as fuck.
And we shall have this uploaded onto YouTube later, so before I forget, make sure that we pop the YouTube link there for anybody that wants to grab that. And you can check out all the previous talk times there. Thank you all so much for being here, and we will catch you all later on. Bye.
Like.